In the shifting sands of South Africa, archaeologists made a horrifying discovery: a 2-million-year-old skull, pierced cleanly by razor-sharp fangs. But the punctures didn't match any saber-toothed cat. The victim? A young hominin, possibly an ancestor of modern humans. The killer? A predator so stealthy, so powerful, it could leap from trees and drag its prey into the forest shadows. It didn't just hunt animals, it hunted us. For decades, paleontologists believed early humans were mostly safe from predators, clever enough to avoid danger, fast enough to flee, and already using tools. But that belief shattered when they unearthed bones bearing the unmistakable signs of an ambush. As researchers examined more fossilized remains, a pattern emerged. Multiple skulls, crushed, punctured, or sliced, showed the same lethal signature. Something was hunting early humans with surgical precision. But what? Lions? Too recent? Leopards? Not quite. There was only one creature that matched the evidence. A predator from the shadows. Silent, agile, armed with weapons so deadly, no early human could escape its grasp. To understand this killer, we must travel back 2 million years to the Pleistocene era. Africa was a continent in transition. Forests were thinning into open savannas, rivers carved through tall grasslands, and among the rustling acacia trees, strange new creatures appeared. Early humans like Australopithecus and Paranthropus. They walked upright, used basic tools, and lived in small, vulnerable groups. But this was not a world built for their survival. Towering elephants, monstrous hyenas, and saber-toothed cats roamed the plains, and the skies above were ruled by giant vultures with eyes trained on death. But even more dangerous was what lurked in the trees, camouflaged, silent, watching. It didn't chase. It waited, and then it struck. Meet Megantereon, the shadow cat of the prehistoric world. Roughly the size of a jaguar, but far more lethal. Megantereon belonged to the Macaradontine family, cousins of the more famous Smilodon, or saber-toothed tiger. But unlike Smilodon, Megantereon wasn't built for open combat. It was a stalker, an assassin. Its jaws housed 2 enormous upper canines, razor-sharp, serrated, and shaped to puncture deep into flesh. Its limbs were powerful and muscular, suggesting it could leap with terrifying speed and precision. But what made Megantereon truly terrifying wasn't just its teeth, it was its mind. This predator had evolved alongside our ancestors. It knew how we moved, where we hid, when we were most vulnerable. And unlike larger predators, it didn't avoid the forests, it ruled them. In 1994, in South Africa's Sterkfontein caves, scientists unearthed a skull belonging to a young hominin, possibly Paranthropus robustus. The skull had 2 deep punctures just below the cheekbones, perfectly aligned, with spacing that matched the upper canines of Megantereon. But here's the chilling part. The holes weren't signs of scavenging. They were signs of a killing bite, a lethal ambush from a predator that grabbed its prey by the face and drove its fangs straight into the skull. This wasn't a one-off. In other regions, Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, more remains showed similar damage. Early humans torn apart by something stronger, faster, and more experienced than them. Tool marks on bones indicated that some groups had tried to defend themselves. But stone tools were no match for muscle, claw, and fang. Even trees weren't safe. Evidence suggests Megantereon was an arboreal ambush predator, meaning it could climb and leap from above. You weren't safe on the ground or in the trees. No place was safe. So, what did Megantereon's reign of terror mean for human evolution? It turns out, quite a lot. Some scientists believe that the constant threat of predation, especially from ambush predators like Megantereon, was a key driver in the development of early human intelligence. To survive, our ancestors had to band together. They had to watch the shadows. They had to communicate. This may have sparked the very first embers of language, cooperation, and tool innovation. In other words, Megantereon didn't just kill early humans. It shaped them. It pushed our ancestors to become smarter, faster, more aware. Even the way we evolved to walk upright may have played a role in better spotting predators above the grass line. Fear, in this case, became the mother of evolution. Today, Megantereon is extinct. Its bones lie buried in the ancient soils of Africa, Europe, and Asia, but its shadow lingers. Every time we shiver in the woods, every time we check the dark corner of a room, every time we feel that primal fear of being hunted. That's not imagination, that's memory. An echo of a time when we were the prey. Even in the modern world, the traits we developed to survive Megantereon's world remain hardwired in our DNA. Hyper-awareness, fear of the dark, startle reflexes, and the instinct to band together for safety. We walk tall today because we learned to fear what walked in silence. Long before we became the planet's apex predators, we were just meat in the trees, and something out there was watching us.